Good morning from snowy Lillington, North Carolina today. I'm Becky, and I decided today was a good day to stay in and work on mastering the art of making a biscuit. And when I started doing this, I've done a lot of research. I've watched Miss Brenda Gant, all of her videos. I've talked to lots of different people. My cousin brought me a plate of hers the other day and talked me through it. And she texted this morning and said, you should make a video, because there's tons of videos of experts making biscuits, but there's none out there of people that really don't know what they're doing. So that's me today. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna master this. So we're gonna try it today. Biscuits are really important. I grew up in the South, and an important part of the meal, my mom would come home every night and make fresh biscuits for my dad after working all day. I don't know how she did it, but she made a really nice kind of fluffy biscuit, and I always ate the middle biscuit. That was mine, because I didn't like the edges on the outside. And then but they weren't great the next day. You had to eat them that night, but they were really good that day. As she got older, she learned the frozen Mrs. B biscuits were really good, and that's kind of what I've done today. I do have her biscuit bowl, and this is kind of the, she would use this sat in the middle, and I've sifted my flour already today, and then she would throw a cloth over it, and it would just come out. When I've done it in the past, I make a big mess. That doesn't work. I have to clean it, so I'm going to work on mastering that too. And I also have her cast iron that we're going to use today, and her apron, so I'm hoping to channel my inner bee today and get that going. My Grandma Coates made a biscuit that was delicious the next day, and you could take it the next day and put a hole in it and pour Carrot syrup in it, or sometimes she'd make a chocolate gravy that would go in it. Really, really good. My Grandma Pat had a very different one. It was kind of a denser biscuit, but really delicious. And then my cousin that brought hers over, my Aunt Betty's, they're really crispy on the top, very good too. So everybody's biscuit kind of is unique to them, and I'm hoping to create that. So let's get started on this today. So I sifted my flour. So white lilies, what everybody says. I did not have that in the cabinet, and as I say, it's snowing, I'm not going out. So I've got Pillsbury self-rising today, so we'll see how this works. I sifted a little over 2 cups inside of it. 2 cups is a recipe that I got from my cousin, but she said you can put extra in there because you don't always use it all. So it's sifted into I sifted into a big mountain, and then made a crater in the middle of it, and that's where my shortening's going. You'll see all kinds of things out there. I've tried them all. I've tried the frozen butter, grating it. I've tried using the whipping cream biscuits. That didn't work either. So today I'm going with the old standby lard. And lard kind of went out of fashion, as you can say, a couple years ago, or well, 20 years ago, when fat became so demonized. But today they're saying it's not quite as bad if you eat it in small amounts. Now, Brenda Gant says 2 egg-sized pieces. My cousin's recipe is a ½ cup, and if I do 2 egg-sized pieces, that comes out to about a ½ cup. So I think they probably agree on that. So I'm gonna get my pretty close to a ½ cup in here, and then that goes in the center of your biscuit pan. And then on top of that is your buttermilk, and my cousin, I think 3/4 of a cup. Shook it up. And buttermilk is great because you can keep it in the refrigerator and it lasts a really long time. I don't myself love to drink it. My dad did buttermilk and biscuits. He would cold biscuits, crumble it up inside of there, and so it was really good if you weren't feeling well, if your stomach was bad. That was a great treat. Okay, now this is supposed to go, I'm gonna slide back so you can see, right in the hole, which mine spread out. It didn't really do that, so we'll see. Because I'm not supposed to get my pan wet, but yeah, you can see it went over, and I'm gonna have to wash the pan and not put it back on the shelf like my mom. And then this is what they're supposed to do, this in the milk. Because my milk was supposed to stay in the middle. It didn't. Oh well, we'll see what happens. And you just keep doing your fingers, is what everybody says, and bring a little flour in at a time. But now I'm worried about my milk, because it's all out here where it's not supposed to be. Oh, well, as I said, this is the first time I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's way out there. This is not good. But I will keep just doing this until it's supposed to all come together. I'm wondering now if I need to add a little more buttermilk. So my buttermilk ended up outside where it's not supposed to. Because it's supposed to be wetter than this, I think. Okay, well, you know what? I'll make a little hole so it won't go anywhere. I'll pour a little more buttermilk in here. Okay. Already not going to plan. This is my story of my life here. Improvising. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, work on this a little bit and come back. I'm just gonna keep doing this with my fingers for a bit. Okay, I've kind of got a good blob here. And now I'm gonna clean my fingers. Get that off. Now, a lot you'll see, like a lot of people roll their biscuits out and cut them out with a biscuit cutter. In our family, we didn't do that. They were just pinched and put on the thing. So that's what I'm gonna try today, okay? I don't know if that's good or not. I'm gonna have to stop and to pinch a little piece off and take it over to my friend, see if she's still there, and bring her a little pinch biscuit dough. So I'm gonna put the biscuit dough to the side over here, and then wash my fingers after that. But okay, so here's my dough. I'm not supposed to, everything I've read, don't work it too much, because if you do, your biscuit, as if somebody I was talking to yesterday, your biscuit's gonna be tight if you do that, and we don't want a tight biscuit. So I'm just gonna fold it over a few times, and now start to pinch them off, and kind of roll them out, I guess, but that one's not doing what it's supposed to do. We'll roll it out a little bit. And I know when I put them on my pan, you know what I did not do? I didn't grease my pan. Hold on, right back. Okay, my cast iron was pretty seasoned, but I just put a really super little light coat, you can barely see it, to make sure they don't stick. So here we go. I'm gonna warm them and pop them on there. And they have to, from what I understand, they have to touch each other, so they will rise up. And I don't know if I might have enough for my pan or not. I didn't do something right. I don't seem to have enough dough here. 500 degrees is what I've read. I think my mom did hers at like 4 something. But I'm gonna take Miss Brenda and my Aunt Betty's, because they said if it's 500, they'll rise faster and they'll be fluffier in the middle. Yeah, somehow I don't think I have enough. I don't know what I did wrong, but I don't think I'm gonna have a full pan of them today. They're not very pretty either. My cousins were much prettier than these. I guess that's a practice thing. And you get to learn to touch. So I guess I'm gonna put them in the middle so they can all touch each other here. Probably good. If they are good, it's probably good. I don't have a whole pan of these, and it's probably gonna be dangerous if I do learn how to make a good biscuit, because I sure do love to eat them. Strawberry jam, and make that freezer jam. A little bit of, my husband is a butter biscuit. That's what he likes on him. So yeah, she made her recipe, made a whole huge pan of them. Mine, not so much. But if they're bad, I guess, you know, that's okay. They're not pretty like hers either. But sometimes, as they say, an ugly cake is the best cake. So yeah, I only made 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe they all spread out. And I got a lot of leftover goo inside. Okay, now here's what my pan looks like. They're gonna go in the oven for about, I think it's 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll let you see what comes out.